is a Rita.
Mm-hmm.
And I have my Tequila Johnson. Just call me Tequila tonight.
Woo!
That's strong?
You better get you some. Try some of that.
Let me see. Because, see, I'm not a
This
Rita.
ain't no mix. This is a...
Wait a minute. I'm not a Rita girl. He got a Rita mix.
Oh, my God. Woo!
Whoa! Y'all remember Martin?
Y'all, I'll let y'all know in the comments
what
Martin is saying.
It's torts. It's torts. Y'all hear our audience members? We got one audience member. Yay! But yes, that thing.
Where were you at? I was in the streets.
I was in the streets. What's up, extras? Just Kyle I did. Just Kyle is up here. Got this double X going off this double X. Now, y'all, anybody that watch us, y'all know that when he fill up his glass, the glass is always full. Y'all see, he messing with that 16%. Look at that. Look at that. That 16%.
Mm-hmm. I gotta get through with the show, and then I had glass up.
and then had to take his jacket off because that's that stuff. Yes, it's. I tried a little bit. I was perspiring. Being a lady of my vintage age, I was perspiring. So let's get into this. We're about to actually talk about the entire season 2 of Martha's Vineyard. We want to let's talk about the whole thing, and we're going to just give a whole breakdown of the entire season up until the show is put on pause, understandably so, as it should be. So let's get into it.
Okay. Yeah, because we're going to talk about
we're going to talk about all of it.
Yeah. Go ahead, start it off. What's going on?
Okay, so everybody
they acting like asses.
Listen, complete, just utter foolishness. So if you have tuned into this season of Summer House Martha's Vineyard, it started off. I started off having high hopes with this season. Like, all the castmates returned except for Silas. Thank God, he was deployed, and I'm so happy that he was gone because
we got to see Jasmine. For Jasmine.
Well, actually, we didn't get to see Jasmine for who she was because he put a baby in her. So we could not.
We didn't see the party, but at least she kept,
She was a wet top. She was a wet blanket for me this season. She didn't bring anything.
I received that, but at least she wasn't like on season 1. That was annoying.
Yeah, but at least then she wasn't pregnant and she was at least able to
drink and
be a little bit. Yeah, because that's the whole, let's get into it. Like, the whole purpose of the Summer House series is for single sex.
Silas is Cordell.
Yes, it's for sexy singles.
And she was Portia. She was the original. Remember when Portia came on? That's how Jasmine.
So yeah, and that's.
I have to go home now. I'm not
see, yeah. So the whole purpose.
Let me his drawers.
Right. Yes.
Remember that episode where it was like, he was like, my shirt wrinkled, whatever.
Yes.
And then she had the iron. I'm like,
yes. And the way he was talking to her like she was the bottom of a shoe. So, like I said, first of all, a married couple. Well, that married couple, because I'm not even going to put it off on married couples. Married couples have fun. They do their thing. But that married couple shouldn't have been on the show. Anyway, anyone who watches. I think it should have been a separate trip. He should have stayed his
at home.
And let her. Exactly. Because if he was going to act the ass, because he did. So, I just feel like anybody that watches any of the summer houses, the winter houses, y'all already know the whole. Yes, and that's what it's supposed to be. The houses are supposed to be full of sexy singles hooking up and gallivanting around the Hamptons or gallivanting around Martha's Vineyard.
One more time.
What's that?
About the singles?
Yes, it's for sexy singles.
Like I said, Silas, you could have.
He could have really stayed at home because he acted an ass.
She know how to conduct herself. She's still married, but. Let's keep it real. Jasmine is the one who got all. Jasmine is the key. So Jasmine knew all that. Like, Silas, you're coming in because of Jasmine. You stay at home, please. Stay.
Yeah, I even watched Jasmine in her interview with Carlos King, and she actually talked about how Summer House came into fruition because Jasmine let it be known that she is a history buff. And so one of the things she really liked was the history of Martha's Vineyard and what it meant to Black people in general. So that was one of the things. And so the show they were not really going to turn it into a summer house, but the more Jasmine started talking with producers, and because how this whole situation started off, it started off as a couple's vacation type of situation.
It was supposed to be like
So Silas and Jasmine, what happened? So a year or two before Martha's Vineyard even came into fruition, Jasmine and Silas had gone to Martha's Vineyard with some of their friends, Preston, Shanice, Jordan, probably Bria. Yeah, they had taken a trip there, and they had a great time. Right. They had a great time being out there. So that's how the show came into fruition. Basically, then Jasmine, okay, let's get your group of friends, and maybe if they have some friends to bring them in. So basically, the first season of Summer House was cool, but I just feel like it focused too much on Jasmine and Silas, and people act like they don't understand why people are so upset with Jasmine. They don't understand why Jordan and Jasmine's friendship fell apart.
Well,
and I clearly understand why their friendship fell apart.
I understand that, but it's like, okay, not Jasmine. Jordan, she kind of...
I'm going to tell you why I believe the friendship fell apart.
Real quick before I get my thought. Like, Jordan, it's like, I get it, but it's like, it shouldn't have been that so quick and easy to throw that friendship away. Because when everything finished rapping, you would duck and dodge and then invite her to stuff and like exit her out. And I get why she was exiting her out. It doesn't matter. You could have had that conversation, and that's why I see what Jasmine was saying. Like, you could have had that conversation with me.
I don't think so. The thing is with Jasmine, in my opinion, you couldn't talk to Jasmine. Jasmine was trying to hook everybody up. Everybody don't want to be married. She told her that when they went out shopping.
Oh, my mic is on the go.
That double XL got him going, y'all. Look, the mic on the jacket. The mic on the jacket.
I probably picked up on yours.
That's fine. You did. But, yeah, Jasmine spent her time.
We can edit this out.
I'm not editing this out. The people need to see how you act.
Okay.
So my thing is, it's like Jasmine was so busy putting herself up here on a pedestal and looking down on her single friends, and she's just like, well, don't you think you should be looking for a relationship?
She was definitely giving Martha, like she was Martha.
Yeah, she was. Yes.
Martha,
and then it was
the Vineyard,
right? And my thing is like
I received that and I respect that.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, Jordan, if you're going to be like...
But you can't talk to people like...
We were friends before the show. Like, okay, let's sit down and have a conversation.
But you
don't just edge me out like that and just stop
this is
doing
the thing.
stuff.
Listen, I'm going to tell you this as somebody
I would respect it if you came to me.
I'm going to tell you this. For somebody that's married, sometimes married people, especially newly married people... Mm-hmm. They look down and quote unquote feel sorry for their single friends. And it's like, oh, well, I want you to be on my same level. I want you to be married. I want you to be like me and to have this. They have a certain air about themselves. And the thing is, the dynamics of a friendship is changed when a friend and a friend group gets married. And then you got all your single friends. So for me, it was like Jasmine was just like having pity on her friends. Well, let me hook you up with somebody. Well, let's see if Silas has any single friends. And then it was like every time they went out to eat, Jasmine was always steering the conversation back to trying to hook people up. And the people like, we just want to be there to kick it. We don't want to.
Trying to, because she tried to hook Amir and Jordan up.
She was trying to, knowing ain't no black bone in Uncle Ruckus's body. He don't like black women.
We gonna leave him in the gutter.
In the gutter, him and his white woman, where they can both stay. But that's how, and I feel like Jordan probably felt like she just couldn't talk to Jasmine because Jasmine's head was just so, well, I'm married and I feel like you should be like this, and that's why. But I agree with what you said. A conversation Minus Silas, because again, they had a whole group chat with her, him, and Silas. Why is Silas?
Why is he in the group chat?
Why is he in the group chat?
If and that's what I feel Jasmine on that. She said, I didn't respond because why am I putting, like, she even said, you should have had an individual. Why are you bringing Silas?
First of all,
Silas ain't got nothing to do with that.
First of all, why does Jordan even have Silas's number?
That part.
She should not have. That should not have even. They should not have even had.
What else they been texting?
Exactly. They shouldn't have even had any type of a group chat situation.
Bring back season 3 because I bet she's been
right. Some diddly.
Jordan, what you been? You been dribbling them balls, Jordan?
What you been doing? Yeah. So that for me. That group chat shouldn't have even existed with the 3 of them in there. If anything, first of all, they shouldn't have even been texting. If that's your homegirl, like you called her your sister, cousin, y'all should have sat down, going out to eat, have some drinks. Let's keep it real. Let's let our hair down, and let's get to the root of this. And Jordan could have been woman enough to say, you know what, I don't like, since you've been married, how you've been trying to play matchmaker and how you've been putting yourself up on this pedestal, trying to feel sorry for me because I'm single. Because if I'm looking at your marriage, shit, I don't want to be married. Yeah. If your husband talking to you like this and we can all see it and y'all like blowing up at each other.
But see, that's for Jasmine to understand.
But Jasmine ain't gonna understand that.
Then she needs to agree to disagree and stop meddling with Jordan. If you want a real friend, you want your friendship, you still want to maintain your friendship, then you need to say, like, okay, I don't agree, but I'm going to respect your feelings and I'm going to fall back on that. I'm not going to try to hook you up. Don't ask me for no advice. Yeah, because
first of all, if you trying to hook her up with any of Silas's friends, I'm going to say, hell no. Because
does he have any friends?
Probably not. Because to me, he was giving very much, and that's what they say about African men. And I don't mean to be stereotyping, but the thing is that they say they are controlling. And even like when you even look at
he was given 1950s.
Yes. If we even look at what is it? We even look at
Wendy's husband.
No, what's that show we always watch with Married to Medicine? When you look at Dr. Kimma and Dr. Alicia, how Kimma was talking when he was out with the men and he was talking about women and how he was saying, well, that's women's work. And that's what, and then Dr. Damon, who's also part African Nigerian, had to call him out, had to clock him like, what we're not going to do is talk about women like that. Absolutely not. And he was like,
what's wrong with it? Because if I want to cook for my wife, I cook. If she cooks for me, it's 50-50.
Exactly. And my thing is, Silas is under that mentality. See, and that's the thing. African men are raised as they are the prize. They are the prize. They are up here. The woman is to totally be submissive. They don't look at their women as equals. They look at you as less than, as a servant, indentured servant.
That they just don't interpret the Bible correctly.
Listen. And so, and I feel
they take the man of the household to a
they take it to a different level. Yeah. So another thing they were saying about Jasmine was that, you know, Jasmine and Silas met kind of quick during COVID and everything and got
that went quick too.
And got together. So the thing is, remember, let's not forget, Jasmine had sold Mariah a wolf ticket to move with her. Remember, Mariah moved in with Jasmine and then didn't tell her that the lease was up. So they was homeless for a bit. Jasmine had her best friend out here living in a car for a little minute. So then Jasmine met Silas, and then Silas basically offered her 3 hots and a cot, benefits out the wazoo, because when you are property of the U.S. government, they do take care of you. You get top of the line benefits, you get all these perks and all this stuff like that.
So are you saying at the cost? That's the reason she hooked up with him?
Yes.
Okay.
She didn't have any type of stability. She had no stability.
I have read in the comments a lot of people saying, you know,
Jasmine ain't had nothing. Type of stability. Yeah. She had nothing.
And then with Silas.
Yes. Silas threw her a bone, and before she could thoroughly vet this man, she hopped on that.
There's a lot of people in the comments, and they were saying, you know, I look at different, you know, when they have the articles, I look at the comments. A lot of people's like, yeah, you know, that's why she be ironing his drawers.
Right, because she owes him. Benefit. Yes, she owes him, so she don't want to lose him. Right, she's
pop that baby
right
up.
and that was another thing that I found so annoying. Like when she had pulled up season 2 and she got out the taxi or Uber, and when I saw Silas was not there, I was like, oh yes, Because remember, season 1 ended with them. It was up in the air. Like we didn't know what was going to happen with their marriage. Remember, Jasmine was like, we need to seek therapy ASAP. And so,
they got therapy in that bedroom.
Exactly, and that's right. And they probably ain't sitting in front of no couch talking to nobody. So the thing is,
definitely no talking.
Yeah. So season 2, and then that was so disrespectful during season 1. We don't want to hear you. No, we don't want to hear you mucking. We don't want to hear you punching. And all them,
they kept getting mad. It's like, damn.
I'm not an Uncle Ruckus fan, but yeah,
that's what I'm saying though. But if you just got married, we know what the game is, then you should not have been there. Then
exactly,
you should not have been there.
Because to me, it seemed like you flaunting your marriage in front of people. Yes. And then you're having sex. Well, I get it. It's one thing to have sex, but you being extra loud. And you're sounding porno-ish. Like, we don't need to hear that. We know what sex sound like.
It was Jasmine.
Yeah. It was just so...
I'm like, girl, it ain't even that good.
You thank you. Because I was like...
Come on now. She was thinking about them coins. That's what it was. Oh yes.
Yes, benefits. Yes, benefits. Yes. Wait a minute, I could get a breast. No, I could get implants for. Yes. You know that's what that was. Because I'm just like, girl, it was not
never,
that good.
Never.
It was not. He was not breaking you off like that to try to make the lady.
He can't even break off a wishbone.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like, no.
Baby, why didn't you make my breakfast? Like, nigga, we're on vacation. Like, stop. Like, he was. That was annoying. It was. He was so aggravating to me.
I mean, I get it. That's your culture, but look.
It was aggravating.
It's extra and it's annoying.
Yes, and then you could
make
see
your own breakfast.
Yes, the friends was annoyed because they like, damn, they was looking at how he was talking.
Are you hungry? Make your own breakfast. So you gonna starve to death? So what was you doing when you didn't have her?
Thank you. He probably had somebody else.
Oh, he probably
was making his
Molly the maid.
Yes, somebody. So I was just so happy when she pulled up season 2 and he was not there.
So let's get into season 2.
So let's talk about who. Okay, so
we got introduced to a newbie.
Yes,
and I love her.
Noelle, yes, Noelle.
I love her.
Now there were some things that transpired this season that made me kind of be like, "Come on, Noelle, you ain't have to jump into all. You ain't have to do all that."
What she do? Oh, you can't get on my girl Noelle. Wait.
No, Noelle's my girl too. No, Noelle is my favorite out of everybody on the show.
Okay, I'm just saying.
But no, where Noelle?
Tread lightly.
No, where Noelle messed up to me was when Nutri-Grain, when they were sitting on that hammock and Nutri-Grain came out. So the 3 amigos was having a conversation about Nick. And so my thing is, they was kikiing, and that was fine if they would have kikied and left that there. Nutri-Grain got to the point where she felt like she could go back and talk to. She shouldn't have been in a conversation at all. As soon as her ass walked up, they should have shut the hell up. As soon as she said her ass on that hammock, because Nutri-Grain showed us who she was when she arrived at the freaking party.
So if y'all know who Nutri-Grain is, that's
Uncle Ruckus' girl.
Amir's whatever she is.
Nutella, nutmeg.
You know,
negativity.
But
yeah,
I would see that. She should have been
she showed,
because then you're gonna wait to the end and then you might. Well, no, this is not like like, girl, you should have been like, no.
Yep, y'all should have clocked her like, nah. Like, what y'all talking about? Nothing at all. And I feel like
because she came on this show to be messy. That's what she is. She's a
instigator, and her man brought her on this show to be messy.
He had nothing. He had nothing
to give.
What made me say?
And then I have nothing.
And that's what he had. Nothing.
And what made me so upset was that, and that's why I say all skin folk ain't kinfolk. And we already knew that Uncle Ruckus, first of all.
Oh, we got to hurry up because we got to plot to because I got so much to say because they did on the reunion. That's what I'm trying to.
Because it was. So anyway, they basically conspired. They conspired against Nick. And that really made me mad. I didn't feel like this whole handsy type of situation. I don't feel like Nick was handsy. Because whenever they was taking pictures, the ladies was here for it. If we gonna take pictures, if he got his arm around you, don't let him put his arm around you.
Okay, so here's the thing for me. Don't
put your arms around me.
Here's the thing for me. If it wasn't, you felt that it wasn't inappropriate, it should never have been brought up.
Thank you.
It should never. If you felt that he was being handsy in a sexual, inappropriate way, then you should have said something. But everybody said, "Oh no, it wasn't like that." Nick is handsy, but it wasn't like that.
But the thing is, he can only do
was he
what
smacking
they
your
allow.
ass?
No, he did not.
Was he doing it? No.
So
I
feel like in the pictures, if he had his arm around you, if that made you feel
was a certain he groping your titty? What was it like? What?
Right.
Like,
but then y'all say he was handsy, but Bria, you asked him to be sleep support. Can you sleep with me, Nick? Can you be my sleep support?
Well, her thing was I'm like, well, girl, he's gonna be spoon your ass.
One pack of hair having ass. That whole ride up, just one pack of yacky hair.
What's her husband? Not even that. What's his name?
Simon. And Simon.
If he got all that money, girl, you need to be.
First of all, and then for you to say that Simon doesn't protect. No, let her ass stay there. Clearly, she's okay with it because I'm not gonna be around people that refer to me as you got one time to call me an indigenous person and we're no longer in a relationship. You got one time. If you don't clock your family member for saying some ignorant, just off the wall type stuff.
First of all, I'm gonna clock them for you.
That's all I'm saying. Simon didn't say anything.
And then she said, I'm saying something. Like,
right. And then remember, Bria also went to jail because that white lady said that she was trying to steal from her. So again,
Simon,
why are you there? Why are you? Preston got her out. Why are you there? No, Preston. She called Preston crying. Preston gave her some money. Preston gave her money.
She said that.
It was Preston. Preston been talking on the. Preston gave her that.
Yeah. But the whole season, and then you have Jasmine sucking her stomach in, hurting the baby.
Listen,
not the baby, she hurt herself. But then she was like, "Oh,
so my thing was, Jasmine, we knew that you was pregnant when you came in, and I'm being like, Alex, I'm not drinking. I'm having a sober summer. I already knew. And then plus your titties was on swole.
Everybody said, I'm like, them titties was big.
And her nose was spreading. So I'm like,
it was like,
when I saw her, I'm like,
she went from the 2010 Michael Jackson nose to the 1990 Michael Jackson nose.
Yeah, that thing.
That's true.
That thing. Yeah, she was very much pregnant, which we.
And then her titties went from she was flat, and then them things was like perky and up, like
they would.
I'm like, I could see all that milk circulating.
No, but seriously, she had milk, so we knew that. So again, like I said, what I enjoyed the most about Noelle was that she was a breath of fresh air. What frustrated me about Noelle was...
Hold on, y'all. Let's hear what she got to say.
What frustrated me the most about Noelle was that
she was
feel like she can always be first. I will never feel a ways because, like I said, I like her.
No, but what do you not? What was it that upset you?
So it was her falling into
many class members. It was really like, you know what I'm saying?
No, it was just her falling into the the Nick thing.
Okay,
her falling in on that narrative when Nick had never even.
When she shouldn't.
Yeah, she should have just had nothing to say about that situation.
Other than that, she's cool.
No, I didn't. No, I'm telling you, I did not like how she befriended Summer too fast. When Summer was going through her whole situation and she was quote unquote trying to calm her down, I just feel like she should have left her alone. Because when Summer put her hands on her, that's when I really got upset. It was like, because even after Summer had pushed her,
I agree.
It was even after Summer had pushed her, she was still chasing. She was still chasing after her, and then she allowed Summer to say, "Well, they're your lifelines now. They're your, you know what I'm saying?" And she's like, "Hold on." She was like, "But you hang out with Preston." Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If y'all
come back for another by Summer,
she can go.
Go to Winter because we done. But anywho, I agree with you saying. That was a moment I did not like because I felt that she was weak. I'm like, don't ever let somebody do that to you.
And then like, she allowed sit up there,
but you sit up there and
she allowed
and she doing all this, and then you running and chasing her. That's not your dog.
Exactly. And then I feel like she
let that hoe run away.
Exactly.
Bye.
She allowed Summer to I just feel like set her up, because when she asked her about Alex, in a way, like,
she did.
Yeah, I didn't like that. So she was gassing her up like, well, yeah, you should go talk to him.
But what do you? Yeah,
I didn't like how that whole.
Inside me. I mean,
but she didn't tell her that from the jump. She just said, "Oh, we was hanging out." No, be more specific and clear with that. So I just,
and know what? Even said like, okay, if it's something that y'all had, that no. She was like, no, it was nothing. It was nothing. We didn't do nothing.
Yeah. So that's the only. Those are the only things about Noelle that lightweight. I was just like, ugh. Like,
Noelle, let me just tell you this though.
She should come back most definitely.
No, no, 1,000%. But let me just tell you this. Don't. I don't care what they say. Friends may say, oh, it doesn't matter. I really didn't have nothing going on with them. Don't get involved with, because that person,
somebody that a friend been messing with,
because they're gonna get their feelings hurt.
Mm-hmm. So honestly, that was the only thing about Noelle that I was just like, damn. But throughout the entire season, as soon as she came in, I was like, I like this girl. I said, she's bringing something. She's bringing the fun,
a fresh air.
She is what Summer House is.
Yes.
She's a fun, flirty, twerking, get drunk, good time. And that's what this show is about. She's sexy. She's single. She is beautiful. She can dress. Like, she just really had it going on. And I was just like, okay, yeah, she should definitely.
She gives me like the real world. Like, you know. Yeah. Back in the day when we had the real world, that's what she gives me. Like a breath of fresh air. Like, she's her. She's, you know.
Definitely somebody that you would want to hang out with. Yeah. Like, that's the type of vibe.
But, you know, that one, like I said before, but she was that 1 week moment she had. That's why I was kind of disappointed in her when she was chasing Summer. I'm like,
because this, like, and I'm gonna say this, and my mentality, and then I started in my Greek mentality. I'm like, oh no, AKAs don't chase anybody, and you know that's what I was just thinking. I'm like, no, y'all set the bar and set the precedent. You know what I'm saying?
She was just doing it because, you know,
I don't know, but again, for me, I was just
a lot of people. We don't do it, but I heard people, you know, reality people, they say it's like cameras everywhere. And
I get it, but for me, like I said, I just don't feel like
you're still gonna be you.
For me, at that time, she wasn't standing on her AKA business, and I just feel like you the first and finest. Like, no, you chase after nobody, and that's just the mentality of me. Like,
I was kind of, and then another part, I'm like, girl, you know. When the frat brothers was stepping, I'm like, why would you step? You
she was with her soror.
She did?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that.
There was another AKA there.
Oh, it was? Mm-hmm. Oh, my bad, girl.
Yeah, no, it was another AKA there. They were strolling.
Oh, she was strolling?
Mm-hmm. Oh. That was one, I think. Oh. Yeah.
She was ski.
Well, of course, you know,
ski. I'm just joking.
Of course, they did not play the music, and you didn't hear them do their calls and stuff.
Yeah,
they were
none of them did their calls.
No, they were. But what I'm saying is, for copyright infringement purposes, right?
No, I seen it, but
they heard her soror. Yeah, it was an AKA there. Yeah, it was another AKA there.
Okay, well, I take that back, girl.
Yeah, they did their thing.
Baby girl, I'll take that back.
Yeah, no, they did their thing.
Okay.
So Noelle, that was all the gripes and complaints I had about her. I was just like, damn.
Yeah.
It's just that damn. She got wrapped up in Summer's little. That's the only thing. So
we're gonna come back and get back.
What you feel about Nick?
Oh, I was gonna say we're gonna come back and get into the rest of it. This is like we're gonna. Yeah, because we're going to come back and get... So, please check out... We're going to pause right now. Check out the next one. We're going to get back into...
Oh, we're doing a part 2. Excuse them all.
We have to.
Excuse them all. Excuse them all.
Because I need another XX.
Bye, y'all.